If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that sub button for more amazing content. Now, let's jump straight into the video. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Geroge Flyod, bringing you guys yet another YouTube video. And today, I want to talk about the death of Geroge Flyod and just in general, what is going on and why people are rioting. And I guess just kind of go on a little bit about, what are people's thoughts on this, right? So, for those of you who don't know, Geroge Flyod was an African-American man in Minneapolis who died May 25th, 2020, when a police officer, handcuffed him and put his knee on his neck for approximately 8 minutes. And I don't really want to show the video because the video is kind of everywhere, but and it's also just kind of really disheartening to see. He put his knee on his neck and he literally told him, like, I can't breathe, like I'm gonna die, I can't breathe. And the cop still kept his knee on his neck, and which ended in the death of Geroge Flyod, which caused a riot literally everywhere. I mean, literally, it's going on in Minneapolis. I believe it's going on in LA. I know it's going on in Chicago. And there's been a big discussion as, why are people doing riots? Some people having peaceful riots. Most of them are now turning into violent riots. So it's like, why are people having riots, right? So the issue is that there's been a discrimination against African-American men and I guess between Caucasian men for the longest of time. A lot of times when policemen stop, let's say an African-American man versus a Caucasian man, the African-American man a lot of times is more likely to get kind of like roughed up with, meaning tasseling with, or like fighting or getting shot, or like the physical, I guess, say abuse or physicality of the confrontation. It typically exceeds more than just, hey, you were speeding, or you have a bad license plate. It turns into something bigger. It's become to the point where many people feel that being an African American man is almost like a threat to society. It's kind of scary going out because the stereotype of an African American man is that they are angry, ready to fight. And the biggest thing that they're always angry. So a lot of time it's been proven numerous times, as you can see on, multiple occasions, that, African American men have a lot of time gotten minor confrontations and they're treated completely different. As well as typically when a Caucasian cop does something like this, he or she, typically it's a he, is put on a leave of absence or they are fired. But that's it. Like, there's nothing else that usually happens. It's almost as if it's kind of like a reward. You're being rewarded for treating fellow people, other races, poorly, which is not right. And so that's part of the reason why there's so many riots going on. I work in a downtown area, and there was a riot going on literally as I was at work, a couple blocks from my job, and I mean, they were busting out cars. They were tearing stuff up. It was getting violent. And at the same time, you have to look at it both ways. I think it's also kind of wrong that people are tearing up businesses, because it's kind of like, okay, those businesses had nothing to do with that. Now, I believe people protesting and stuff is fine. I believe you should protest for what you believe is right. But I think the whole thing of, like, busting out windows and businesses, like there was a Target that literally got mobbed, like, what I'm saying, like what do those people, what do the people at Target have to do with that situation? At the same time, you're potentially putting more people out of work because of that. So, but I also understand the other side of it, because some people feel as if, well, we've been quiet for all these years and now it's time for us to stand up to get what's right. But at the same time, you have to look at it too. Violence and violence never, like they never work out. I know someone will say, oh, well, a negative, plus a negative that equals, no, I'm talking about like violence and violence. It never works out. It just equals more violence. So I do understand both sides of the story, or both sides of how people feel. It's not right. You can say what you want. It's not right. It's sick if you think about it. This man died because of a cop putting his knee on his neck after the man literally told him, like, he cannot breathe, like, you're literally hurting him. He basically suffocated to death, if you really want to think about it like that. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. it's crazy, you know, it's crazy what's going on, and I don't think it's going to get any better. I mean, it's going to get worse because people are tired of it. They're fed up with it, and they should be fed up with it. So let me know you guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace, Finn Army.